David Quintanilla, President of the Chamber of Commerce of Spain in Qatar. Delighted to have you join this conversation with the Peninsula. I want to begin by asking you this. Qatar and Spain enjoys an in-depth correlation for more than 5 decades now. Can you elaborate on the history and role contributed by the Spanish Chamber in Qatar?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your introduction and for coming here. So back in 2009, a group of around 10 companies and businessmen, they gathered together and they created the Spanish Business Council. That was 1 year before the official announcement of Qatar as host of the World Cup. 10 years later, in 2019, we received the official recognition from the Ministry of Industry and Trade in Spain, and we became an official Chamber of Commerce. And today, in 2023, we have more than 60 members, 64 I guess right now, and we are delivering around 70 activities per year for our members in the Chamber.
How do you suppose the FDIs between the two countries are progressing, and what can we expect by the end of this year?
Well, the information that we have right now, in 2022, we had a significant increase in the exports from Spain to Qatar. It was a 20% increase. And from Qatar to Spain, it was a 46% increase. Mainly, we are exporting to Qatar machinery, clothes, and furniture. And from Qatar to Spain, of course, we are bringing LNG, chemicals, and plastics. From 2023, I can tell you that in June, Qatar is still increasing the exports to Spain, but we hope that by the end of 2023, Spain and Qatar had better numbers than in 2022.
Talk us through the strategic partnership that you have with Qatari and Spanish entities here in Doha, and what teamed initiatives are up next by the Spanish Chamber in Qatar?
Yes, something that I would like to specify that we are having around 70 activities per year. Some of them are for members only, but most of them are open to the public. So as a networking institution, we are always happy to receive people from Qatar and from other countries, of course. For example, from today until the end of the year, we're going to have 22 activities. I would like to give you 3 samples of these activities that we're having. By the end of October, we're going to have a monographic sectorial event with the Minister of Municipality regarding the recycling industry, which we think is an important subject in Qatar. In November, we're going to have also another monographic together with the economic office of the embassy regarding the Spanish food. And by the end of the year, we're going to have our second paddle tournament. We, as Spanish, we are really proud of bringing paddle to Qatar. We know that now is a very popular sport, and we think that is a nice moment to make a networking event regarding the sports, and with Qataris, of course, and Spanish and other nationalities.
Last year, the Chamber of Commerce of Spain in Spain signed an MOU with Qatar Chamber to enhance economic and commercial cooperations. 1 year down the line, what developments are noted, and what role has the Spanish Chamber here in Qatar played in enhancing the ties?
Signing an MOU with the Chamber of Commerce of Qatar, it was one of the significant steps during the visit of His Highness the Emir to Spain last year. I think both the Chamber of Commerce of Qatar and the Chamber of Commerce of Spain, we should play a pivotal role in the relationship between the companies from Qatar willing to invest in Spain and the companies from Spain willing to invest in Qatar, of course. For example, Qatar is the second investor from the Mideast in Spain, so it's an important player. One of the new developments that we are having now is the CASIP program. It's a program between the QRDI and the CEDETI, which are two institutions from both countries, and it's the first time that there is one program between the two countries with financial support from both countries. So this is very important, and we hope this is the first program of many, of course. So regarding the role that we can execute to enhance the economic ties, I would like to highlight that we are part of a big net of 45 chambers around the world, first of all. Second of all, we have an excellent relationship with the embassy and the economic office of the embassy, especially with His Excellency, our ambassador, Mr. Javier Carvajosa. And we have something that we consider like a big, massive asset for us, and is the knowledge of our companies here on the ground. They have been executing a lot of contracts in the country, and this information is very important for us to share it with the Chamber of Commerce in Spain, with the embassy, and with the newcomers to the country. With all of this, we can generate opportunities, and these opportunities leave us to enhance the ties.
Right. More than 60 Spanish companies are operating here across trade and consultancy sectors. Could we possibly witness more Spanish organizations and industry surge in the near future?
Yes, of course. As we said before, 15 years ago, coming to Qatar was almost an adventure for the companies coming here when we started in the Spanish Business Council. Right now, the Qatari economy is very well known in Spain, and also the Spanish companies are very well known in Qatar. In fact, for us, the best marketing that we can make is the work itself of our companies here. You know, we are almost in every sector in Qatar right now. We are in the energy sector, oil and gas. We are in the water treatment. We are in the facility management sector. We are in IT, artificial intelligence, sports, agriculture. Okay, this for us is an example of our long-term commitment to the country. So, in order to summarize, I would like to say that since the beginning, Spain has been responding to the demand of the Qatari economy, and of course, we will continue responding in the next years.
David Quintanilla, President of the Chamber of Commerce of Spain in Qatar, thank you for talking to the Peninsula.
Thank you very much.